first poet author is going to be Ani Crane.
Can I put my stuff here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe as much time as you'd like.
And this is good?
That's good.
Hello. Ah, good. Nice to see everybody. This is a great event. By the way, I am Ani Crane. I'm an author, psychic, and a performance artist wannabe. That means I'm trying. But I'm not a poet. I'm a creative nonfiction writer. And I did write my book, How I Arrived Here. It's on Amazon, so that's my claim to fame. So I'm going to read a little piece out of it. 20 years of my life, I was in education. So the piece is called Teaching and Learning, and that's how you stay forever young. Now, I have had, excuse me, I've had many joyful and satisfying moments during my teaching career, as well as a few challenging ones. But I was lucky. I worked with foreign students learning English who were so willing to learn and so appreciative of the knowledge handed down to them. I worked with students from China, Japan, Korea, and Russia, among others. We bonded and we became like family. At every term's end, I would invite my students to my home for a potluck of specialty dishes from their country. It was wonderful. One outstanding highlight of my teaching career was the term I introduced a pen pal project. I was teaching then at NYU and Borough of Manhattan College. I introduced these two groups of students to each other and had them write letters to their pen pal. As the relationships and skills built, I filmed each group introducing themselves to the other individually. This project met the needs of both groups in many ways. The NYU students wanted the opportunity to relate to real Americans. The BMCC crowd felt proud that they could help the foreign students. The grand finale came when I invited NYU to visit BMCC. They brought show and tell items from their country. The BMCC group, being the host, baked cakes to welcome their new pen pals. Just remembering it makes my heart swell with pride. It was a big success. The project worked to demystify the other, someone unlike themselves, realizing we all have the same wants and needs. I learned we all want to feel good about who we are and where we're from. This all played out beautifully in my classroom when given that opportunity. What a feeling, aliveness, forever young. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And next, I have a piece about joy. You remember the joy to the world, all the boys and girls, right? I have a wellspring of joy deep within me. Sometimes I'm in touch with it, and sometimes I'm not. If I'm not, I have the ways and means at hand. Let me count the ways. When I'm moody, music soothes my soul. Or I can treat moodiness as a message to write. I start writing my rampage of appreciation, and in a minute, I'm smiling. Meditation is another great tool. I have to connect to my joy. I can use it whenever I choose it. When I'm in touch with my kids and my grands, it's a joy to me. My wonderful son Greg calls me every Monday morning. I can count on his call and I look forward to it. My daughter, Dr. J, is a very busy and important person. She will call to chat when she's on the road driving from one assignment to another. She uses the Bluetooth speakerphone for safety. I always welcome her calls, and the grandsons give me a catch up call from time to time. It's always a delight, my pleasure, my joy. When I'm just hanging out with friends, I feel this wave of joy bubble up and overflow. It's a priceless feeling, that joy. Or when I sit with Lily, my cat, and pet her, and she's purring, I'm purring too. When I go to the beach by myself and commune with nature, a feeling of peace comes over me. Or with my friends frolicking in the water, more joy. Books are another touchstone of joy for me. Reading takes me into another world different from my own. And when I choose something that challenges or inspires or something of excellence, even better, the excellence rubs off. And the icing on the cake is the book club, of which I am a member of 3, where we discuss the wonderful ideas and life lessons that books give us. Socializing is one of my most joyous pastimes. Getting together with my sister girlfriends for a movie or a lunch or a vacation is my idea of joy and excitement. And when I perform like this or give a psychic reading, I'm connected, meaning I'm in touch with my joy. These I have named are experiences. There are some material things that give me joy as well. My home, my oasis, my new car that I can rely on, and trees for the green beauty. Of course, life is not always pure bliss. There are times of challenge and stormy weather, but the joy in what is that I'm blessed with the resources to deal with whatever. I'm safe in the storm. Besides feeling joy, there's an enjoying of and being in joy. This is a side effect from this, and that is raising my vibration or chi. The effect of a high vibration is that it attracts more good to you, which makes you feel joyful. So once you're in the loop, it goes on till you arrive at bliss. And that is my intention and my joy practice. Thank you. Okay, I have one last quickie that I wrote yesterday and today. And it's about the sea. Somewhere beyond the sea. It's my personal dilemma that I'm having about it. So the name of it is The Sea. I am Pisces. Me and the sea are one. I need to be near the sea. I need to live near the sea. I need to go to the sea and be in it at least once a week. This is where I'm coming from. That's why I live in Florida. This being my number one priority, I created a strategy to meet my need. I would dedicate one day a week to visit the sea. During my 15 years of living here, I have attracted many like-minded playmates to join me. They have come and they have gone. Currently, my good fortune is to have the Beach Girls, a group who adore the beach as much as I do. The plan is we meet once a week on a Wednesday at the beach, visit in the water. That's the plan. It is a joy to me, and it seems to be working well. However, the best made plans, there are so many variables in that plan. First variable, of course, is the weather. You may have the time carved out, the friends available, but if the weather does not cooperate, it's a no-go. No control over the weather. Next variable, if the weather is good, are friends available? things come up, other commitments, doctor appointments, etc. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. And the latest harbinger of doom, red tide, bacteria, dead fish. Ugh. Nothing ruins a day at the beach like this news. Last week, when planning for the weekly beach jaunt, one of my friends advised me, red tide. I wanted to kill the bearer of bad news. But I do not take disappointment well, something like a 2-year-old. Oh, why are these plagues visited upon us? It felt biblical. I'll tell you why. Because the powers that be have not come up with a solution to the sewerage issue. Let's go, people. Tourism, money, that should motivate you, if nothing else. Give us our beautiful beach back. So, living, loving, and enjoying the sea is my intention. I can't change the variables, but I can change myself. I can be more flexible and go with the flow. I heard that mentioned before. By that I mean take a more spontaneous stance and bow to nature. When the conditions are right, go then. Don't demand, surrender to what is, which, by the way, applies to life in general. My conclusion is if I do this, I will have more pleasure and less frustration. Working on it, I'm a work in progress. Thank you. Done.
Thank you, Annie. The next poet up is Rob McCABE. I've known Rob for quite a bit of time. He's a resident of Gulfport, and he will be our next feature for next month. I don't know. He's going to come up and do his thing.
Thank you, Ian. Hello, Blueberry Patch. What a great place to be on a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. This past June, I have a great announcement. I graduated with my MFA, Masters of Fine Arts in Creative Writing from the University of Tampa. And I have been writing ceaselessly since then. I've been doing a lot of open mic nights in St. Pete, particularly at the Sly Bar on every other Monday night, run by Mona Lisa Walker, but that bar is no longer going to be accepting us as open mic people anymore, so we're looking for a new home. And Mona Lisa's moving out of town. But I am working on several projects at once. My first project that I'm working on right now is a book of ekphrastic poetry, which is a book about how one observes art either from an observer's point of view, from the painting's point of view, or the artist who made the artwork's point of view. So I've got two of those pieces that I'm working on right now. Actually, I've done one already and pretty much done with the other one too. How many of you know the painting, the famous portrait of Madame X by John Singer Sargent? The one with a woman in a black dress and she's standing there looking so haughtily behind over her shoulder at the people. Well, when John Singer Sargent first painted it and presented it at the Paris exhibition, the painting as we have now has her wearing this beautiful black dress with both straps up. But the original painting that he painted and exhibited at the Salon in Paris, that strap was down. And she supposedly said, I am ruined, my reputation is ruined. And John Singer Sargent had to repaint the painting. So this one's called Madame X, Madame X Speaks. When I saw my portrait in the Salon exhibition, I was offended, shocked. How could he have made my skin so diseased, so sickly? My Parisian haute couture black dress clings to me like my most recent fervent lover. The strap down one shoulder, enticing men to their doom. Do I really look like that? Head held high, filled with disdain, with ennui. My husband has his mistresses, his whores. More men have passed through my boudoir door than sand through an hourglass. My appetite insatiable for the tender flesh of youth. Thank you. My second acrostic piece is based on a painting. I don't know if you guys can see very clearly. It's a woman with a bended knee. It was made in 1917, painted in 1917 by an artist named Egon Schiele, who was an Austrian painter, and he was a contemporary with Gustav Klimt. And I don't know if any of you know who Gustav Klimt was. He was the one who did all the gold inlaid and the paintings and stuff. Beautiful work. Well, Egon Schiele's paintings tend to focus on starving, sickly-looking people. And this one is a painting called Sitzende Frau mit hockenzogenen Knie, or a seated woman with bended knee. All of his characters in his paintings look as if they're starving. Hunger is a very big issue in a lot of his paintings, so this painting is called Hunger. She was exhausted from her day at the restaurant, waiting tables, heavy grease in the air, in her clothes, the customers, the crash of dishes and silverware, combined with the savory delights of the food, depressed her. All day longing to eat, but having no money to buy it with. The artist felt her hunger, not just for food, but for the intimacy she longed for. The war, heading toward its eventual decline, her lover killed in France at the Somme, her sex moist with longing. Yes, the artist thought, I feel your hunger, I sense your longing. He smells her stale perfume, her sweat. She stares at him with haunted eyes, and as she languidly lays her head upon her knee, her desperate hunger rises. When the work is finished, he kisses her and pays her for a job well done. Now, she whispers, now I can eat. Thank you. And to challenge myself the other day, I decided to try and write a couple cinquains. The cinquains are 5 stanza poems that are 2 syllables, 4 syllables, 6 syllables, and 8 syllables, and then 2 syllables at the end. So that's 5 lines. And boy, I tell you, it's a challenge, but I really am happy with this. This is called 2 Anti-Love Cinquains. You left. I wanted you. When you came back, I said, I have only one thing to say. Leave now. Love hurts. It hurts so much, and after we broke up, all I could do was cry all night. I'm done. Thank you. And I think I have one more, if that's okay. How many are you familiar with Sylvia Plath's writings? Okay. Well, 3 years ago, my father passed away, and there was, to say the least, no love lost between us. And for the longest time, for the last 3 years, I've been fighting this anger and frustration until finally I just got it out in poem form. And I'm relaxed now. I'm free of all that anger and guilt. So this is called Daddy Revisited. You do not do anything anymore. I didn't cry when you died. In fact, I breathed a sigh of release, of relief. And even though you're dead, I still carry the scars you made. At times as tender and loving as any father could be, until I dared to stand up to you. Then, Daddy dear, you turned into a 1,000-headed hydra, and I, taking my sword in hand, hacked through all of the bullshit made by you. Daddy, you asshole, fuck you. Reading Sylvia Plath's Daddy, I'm reminded of my relationship with you, never being good enough. You always towering above me like a prehistoric monolith, cold, unmovable, a testament to your hot, cruel, sharp, knife-like tongue that cut through me like a hot knife cuts through frozen butter. I was never good enough, was I? No matter how hard I tried, you always found something wrong, didn't you? Something I did, something I said. Now, finally, living my life not for you, for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Poet, writer, playwright, screenwriter. Okay, the next person up is Mackenzie Zalofani. I believe she's here. And I hope I had that, didn't murder her last name. Okay.
Hi, everyone. Oh, sorry, I'm so tall. I don't know how to do this. Thank you. Oh, that was easy. It was Mackenzie Zalapani, so it's fine. It was close. Normally, I'm a short fiction writer, but at USF, I take poetry, and so trying something new, so bear with me. Plan B. I take the wad of crumpled cash on your bedside table and throw in a shirt from the floor with a cartoon cat that says, "I don't do mouse work" on it. You roll over onto your belly in the paisley sheets. Your head pounds like your headboard or the morning street. Swipe right for unprotected consent. I think I loved you when you called me a pool shark. Blue chalk below your nose in a pink bathroom. Welcome to the Chicken Ranch is written in Sharpie on the wall. I blow you a kiss from the doorway of your room. The tattoo on your butt of Steve Buscemi winks goodbye to me. I can't remember your name riding the B6 Avenue Express train with the Dwayne Reed on the corner. I take the pill, toasting to little no-name Junior. Thank you. All right, this one's called Cat Call. The doctor sewed me up and handed me the birth certificate and my name change. You've made it, Mom. I'm awarded my son, a fleshy ball that says nothing while I leak out my old names on the white hospital sheet. Madonna, whore. Outside, the three-wheeled jogger stroller clears a path on the sidewalk that used to be littered with eggshells that cracked on my body like a thrown beer bottle. A man who once squawked at me from his car, "Hey, baby, your jeans fit like a good name," now holds the door open for me. I no longer fit in my jeans, but I do my name. In the morning, when my son is consoled, I sit in bed and listen to him coo on the same breasts men used to talk to, yell at, worship, grab at, molest. My vagina has healed, my pants fit, my face is the same, and I'm drenched in a milky white silence, cherishing the absence of the catcall. Thank you. All right. And my last one is called A Little Box of She. I bury my little box of she beneath my dresses. Mom cries by my button-up blouses. If you're not a girl, then why do you still get your period? At the doctor's, check a box, male or female. On Tinder, choose male, female, or both. Pick a color, blue or pink. I have my wake at the OBGYN and think of my she staring at the tiled ceiling, letting the OB slip inside me like a puppet. A plastic T in my uterus is a crucifix, a stone wall that says none shall pass. Driving home, I read a sign with big yellow words, "Jesus hearts his sons and daughters." A cardboard white Jesus looks down at my procession. "Hey," I tell him, "aren't angels androgynous?" My partner peels off my black clothing, straddles my body. Her fluids baptize me. St. Augustine once said that women were mutilated males, but he's never seen what I can do with the strap on. Thank you.
Okay, Adam Scott is next.
I've been writing about 3 years, pretty much following my spiritual path, mainly about spirituality, psychology, philosophy, and I write a lot in my Evernote and force myself to type each letter so I can consider every word, every sentence, and I usually, the majority, well, not the majority, but I can feel the kind of energy of the universe moving through me when I write. And I just pulled this out of 1,144 of my writings, and it's called Of Everything. Simple observations of a world of calm, peace, and deeper understanding, and practice participation, and that's an intentional compound word, of peace, of tranquility, of safety, finally, to be able to have the simple yet profound awareness of a quiet stillness and simple contentment of what is, of what is, of what is, of what is. Simple, sublime, natural, and comfortable thoughts, emotions, thought processes that would end showing and moving out and toward an increasing mode of simple bliss, refinement, and stability. Finally, the ability to dwell in being with friends, to touch a tree or a plant and to know, feel, and fully realize the direct connection, being to being, love to love, to connect on an increasingly deeper and more profound level. This then, as it became, is the direct connection with all beings, great and small. The life that would come to more fully express that synchronicity. You are a lover through and through. You are a lover now of, all right. It's a big sentence, but it's the last one. It's important. You are a lover of everything now. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam Scott. The next person up is going to be a very good friend of mine, a former feature here at the Blueberry Patch, Stephen Fernand. Writer. Guy's got a whole bunch of stuff that he's famed for. So,
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I was a musician in my 20s, and I wrote some songs, and I forgot about them because I didn't make any money at it. And I got into business and went through that, and sold that. And then I wanted to write a book, so I wrote a novel. A fool rides the wheel of fortune, don't we all? And Peter, right over here, was kind enough to give it a glowing review, and it's in the Creative Loafing's online edition this week. So I thank him for that. And there's a copy of the first edition in the Gulfport Library. It was titled then Appalachian Carnival. I changed the title because, hey, I wrote the thing. I can change it, can I? So. But what I'd like to do is kind of reprise these lines of rhymes that I wrote 50 years ago. So I'll just do that. And this is a story about the seasons. Seasons Refrain, I call it. And it's more of a northern song. And being a song, the rhythm's kind of sing-songy, but here he goes. The sun's begun to fall. Cool winds begin to call. A bird flies off for El Dorado. Just when has been foretold by one who's spun the gold. A leaf drifts down and meets its shadow. The days get gray overcast, and stark as dark comes fast. The first snows freeze the lands and waters. Ice white of night outside, from death's cold breath we hide, beside the fire with our warm daughters. The season circles turn within the months of moons, the days of sun. Each years of weeks begin again to end what we've begun. May's light melts night away, and warm transforms the day, while rivers drain off winter's cover. The trees release their green, birds sing of spring and preen, and life awakes to find its lover. But summer comes so slow, then how the flowers grow, till fruits bulge where there once were blossom. As lazy days pass on, and once the months are gone, the last warm winds warn me I've lost them. The season circles turn within the months of moons, the days of sun, each year of what we've begun. Thank you. So I tried to write some songs that were kind of like impressionistic things, you know, like portray an image. So here's one called Colors. Green leaves dance in clear blue wind and cast cool shades on her cinnamon skin. Shimmering grasses veil the soil and stones as soft wild flowers blush their tones. Colors of the sun and shadows of our day, alive with light and coming right our way. She paints our mood with laughs and sighs. Life's splendor shines within her eyes. Her gold hair glistens with delight. Her clothes array their dyes so bright. Colors of the sun and shadows of our day, alive with light and coming right our way. The setting sun slants through the scene, a fiery wash of tangerine. The eastern sky is darkening slow, while in the west spectrums glow. Colors of the sun and shadows of our day, alive with light and coming right our way. There's some chord structures and melodies to that, but regrettably, I didn't write them down 50 years ago, so they're lost. This one is a little bit of this one, I was in New York City, and this one sort of came to me in a dream. The concept, a lot of it must have been some sort of Jungian breakthrough, called self-belief. Believe in yourself. Have faith in who you are. Believe in your life. Have hope in your star. Fulfill a few dreams before you fall asleep. Follow out some schemes and sow what you will reap. Then give it all to someone who will take you for yourself. But keep on going where you've begun. Don't get hung up on some shelf. Be strong from within. Without it, love's unsure. Be wrong, but begin to make your heart pure. Just say what you see, you'll feel when you are right. Obey thoughts that free your soul into the light. Awake whoever's in your heart, respect what you do. It can't be done until you start, it's all up to you. Believe in yourself, have faith in who you are. Believe in your life, have hope in your star. Thank you. And I sing good poetic songs from the last century to a bossa beat around town here and there. I'm booked at the Chataways on Sunday, October 16th, so I'll be there. I'll be wherever they'll book me. Thank you.
Okay. The last but not least is our poet laureate, Peter HARGITAI.
This is about booze and drugs. had a sabbatical from the university, and I thought I'd experiment a little and see what my poetry sounds like. In the first section, under the influence of selective serotonin inhibitors, I think it was like 40 milligrams of Prozac, the first section. The second was under the boring sobriety of, sobriety, but somehow turning to mania, I think, or may have been the glow of Prozac. And the last one, it says here on ethanol, to be specific, Old Milwaukee, 12-pack of that, just about 3 pages, indulge me. I'd like to dedicate this to Stone Handy. 1, on Prozac. Thou green-yellow, idyllic bliss, hat soft as the pussy willow, everything right, lovely is the night. I shy not anymore, I shy not. I write poems and think them good, I shy not. Prozac, thou art green and good. Shiny cars in paradise. Adam's apple good, Eve good, Epcot good, Enron good. Glazed eyes, shiny eyes. Candy apples, Christmas spice. Bad apple, good apple, fireplace, nice. Shiny are the stars. Siggies and no cancer, cancer and no tears. Monument to Swiss cheese and alabaster, I shy not. Social are the years. Flirty with strangers, green and mellow. Flirty in Ohio. Just a little restless legs, a little scalp itchy, a little frontal lobotomy, a little low on libido. But worth it in Lake Worth, still in the green burbs now, still better than placebo, lemon still yellow in Orlando, still Tom Cruisey. A little twitch here and there, a little restless leggy, a little freight train convulsy, a little fatality. Sleep patterns back though, still cruisy. No spidery, subconscious, roomy-eyed getting to know you, Mount Sinai burning bushes. No more lacerating rages, no more Bernie Audi, no more candle at both ends Van Gogh self-portrait looky. No more singe frizzy, no more lunatic-y, vociferating in the nighty. Let's all sleep in rhythm now, everybody in rhythm now, human family in sync now. We are the world now, we are the children, we are the united way now, everybody giving now, the unexamined life worth living now. 2, on placebo. Flushed high on placebo now. I flush down my Prozac now. Sick of Jack in the Beanstalk, feel goody now. Sick of happy plant, cookie cutter poetry now. Yes, I can. Ash can. Revolution now. Yes, I can. Jungian evolution now. Yes, I can. Psychic voyages. Yes, I can. New age and old age binges. Sick of prosaic Prozac now. Sick of easy listening Prozac now. Ready to listen to the man now. Ready to climb fiery escapes now. Ready to climb down the mountain now. Ready to walk with Dr. King now. I don't care about longevity now. I don't care about wellness now. To hell with wellness and low-fat sadness. To hell with King Vitamin and mountains of heart-smart cereals. I'm going to the mountain now. I am Moses now. Part 3 on Old Milwaukee. I am a cat who boozes now. I crack open an old Milwaukee now. I drink Bush now. I'm drinking on the job now. I'm bashing Jeb Bush now. I'm talking to the radio now. I'm feeling flushed now. I'm the burning bush now. I park in the dark now. I'm on top of the bush now. I'm eating bush now. High on low-grade shit now. Meow, meow. I am who am now. One goat throat fucking pagan now. Beer dribbling down my beard now. Testing positive for DUI, HIV, and DOA. Hey, what the hey now? Let's celebrate the break of day now. Dawn flash of sirens, okay now. Death siren, okay now. If she can play the balalaika. Africans, Hispanics, okay, an Espanol away and telenoticias. Come, sentimental ESOL student from Upper Slobovia. Come, armchair communists. Come, Yale co-ed with high marks and low self-esteem. Bring your coffee table edition of Marx. Come, kinship with Mao, Tao, and Motao. Come, diversity. Come, tabooey. Fuck racist bigots. Fuck only white male poets. Fuck big word spigots who use words like eschew. Let the eschewers be shot on the spot. Let Ivy League Pinochets chew on their cud. Come, motherfucker tongue. Blow the lid off the Tower of Babel. Come, scribble bibble gedichte. Come, synchronicity. Alahende, come cigarettes in old Milwaukee, come secret significances at Burger King coffee houses, come plantains and wild rice, come Jamaican rum with Tums, reggae, merengue, and taco ole. This way poetry of facial tics, derelicts and simpering critics, ole, man the stations, cruffy soldiers of my hangovers, ole, hide your illegible scribble-bibble verses to reality, ole, suffer little lambs of little talent, ole, found dead with open notebook, oh no! Found dead with Toys R Us poetry. Oh no. Caught in bed with a thesaurus. Oh no. A lost tourist in his own house who should have listened to Zach instead of Prozac. Oh no. Disqualified going for the gold of Apollo. Oh no. Lost on a tightrope of his own skittish filaments. Oh no. Lost trying to write what is real. Found one old white poet behind the steering wheel, the gossamer poetry dead on arrival. Friends did what they could. Friends plagiarized what they could. The family cremated what they could. Students barbecued what they thought was poultry. Critics eschewed him, called his work paltry. In short, he was ignored. The body was harvested, the organs scuttled. The heart was the first to burn. The heart was the first to consume. There was no public outrage. And his poems did not work on the page. Thank you.
That's our laureate. Okay, so our next one is going to be November 6th, okay, at 3 o'clock. Our guest author is going to be Rob McCABE. I want you to join us for his journey into his horrors, and bring your favorite stories to share also. There'll also be a magic sensei with musician and performance artist Barnaby. And then our December 4th literary afternoon will be showcasing journalist Dalton Trumbo. So anyways, I want to thank the Patch. I want to thank everybody who came out to see our feature and our poets. Please come back.
Tijan, Tijan, this dreams were you.